It seems I have to make this video, but I will be making this video because I want to help as many people as possible understand what SoloQ Rbg is. In my latest video, I've made a Arms Warrior SoloQ Rbg video where I'm playing my first RBG video, and I somewhat win this RBG quite easily, but it doesn't matter. Many people are calling it like, how do you play it, or why is it called SoloQ RBGs while it's a brawl? Why is it unrated? Why are people calling it SoloQ RBG? What is SoloQ RBG? What is the purpose of SoloQ RBG? I'm going to respond everything into one concise video. I will try to make it as short as possible, but I think it's very important for people to realize what it is, because I'm going to call it this way because everyone is calling it this way. There is also another calling which is BGB, but I prefer SoloQ Rbg because we always asked for a SoloQ Rbg, so why don't we call it like this? But anyways, let's talk about it really quickly. What is SoloQ Rbg? SoloQ Rbg is a 8 versus 8 game mode where maps are modified. I have a video about it, about every single map, about the total view of the maps, but I'm going to make a separate video for every single map so you do understand what it is, what are the objectives, and what you have to do to win ASAP. Of course, every single map has been changed to accommodate to a faster gameplay. That's why a SoloQ Rbg video or gameplay, I would say for yourself, will be between 10 and 12 minutes. You have, of course, stupid stumps that can happen, but that's not really the case every single time. Again, the SoloQ Rbg system is going to regroup you with the same kind of MMRs, so at one point, if you have played many more games, you will have the same skilled players with you and against you. Of course, you have way more opportunities to shine as yourself, because I will explain that in a future video. But since you are 8 versus 8 and you are one of those players, or you are duo queuing with a healer, the variance of being with worse players or better players is way smaller on your side than on the opposite side. Anyways, SoloQ Rbg is 8 versus 8, maps are modified. It is always 2 healers with 6 DPS versus 2 healers and 6 DPS, or 2 healers, 1 tank, 5 DPS versus 2 healers, 1 tank, 5 DPS. So the thing that I'm currently experimenting is, are queues slower or faster depending of your DPS spec or healer spec or whatever spec you're playing. Let me explain. On my assassination rogue, I have way longer queues than on my arms warrior. My arms warrior, the queue times, it was like around mid like noon. We had queue times from between 30 seconds and 5 minutes, and my maximum queue time on my arms warrior was actually 7 minutes, and it was actually very cool and very nice to play. It was very fast paced. It was also very cool to be able to be playing the game, and that's something that I actually really hated about season 2 and also a bit season 1 at the end. The queue times were obnoxious in Solo Shuffle, and it was just not fun. And whenever you want to play or do something so badly that you cannot do that thing that you love to do, it just blocks you or stops you from doing anything beyond it. Like, it's a bit of an autistic thing, I guess. I think everyone has some autistic traits here and there, but basically I didn't really enjoy the other parts of the game because of that. So I didn't really enjoy 2v2, I didn't enjoy 3v3. I also tried team RBGs. I didn't enjoy that as well because I was so annoyed by the fact that I couldn't play DPS solo shuffle whenever I want, whenever I need, whenever I actually do feel to play solo shuffle. But with SoloQ Rbgs, currently with Arms Warrior, I did have a lot of fast queues. And we posted a video today about the first solo queue I did with my Arms Warrior, and a lot of comments were actually saying, why are you playing SoloQ Rbg? How did you do it? How can you play SoloQ Rbg in 10.2? But, or why is it called SoloQ Rbg while it is unrated? Did I miss an episode? And I would say you did miss an episode, because I did like explain it multiple times in multiple videos, but also multiple times I did say it also in the comments. Basically, SoloQ Rbg is the same as Brawl Battleground Blitz, which is the new Brawl that you have right now. It is a Brawl that will stay till probably 10.2.5, where maybe they will come out with the real mode, or they will take it out, change a few things, and then go back with a new Brawl Battleground Blitz with other changes, for example. But I think for now, we tested on PTR, we tested right now. I do feel like current mode is actually at its peak, and there are a few things that you can change map-wise, but I feel like the general idea will be the same. Yes, it is unrated. Yes, you can play it right now, and yes, this is the best mode to play PvP if you want to farm heavy conquest. If you want to have fast conquest, if you want to have, or at least farm it in a safe way where you're not going to lose rating, this is the way to do so. You will have, currently, unfortunately, it is not resetted, but next week it will be resetted. You will have 0 conquest till 850 conquest, I think, or something like that, that you can farm on the first week. And the second week will be 525 or 550 extra, and then and so forth and so forth. You will have also the vault, and you will also have the sparks, like trophy of strife, that you can have from doing this spark quest in different zones. So those are the ways to actually do and gear up. I will make a separate video about it, but I feel like right now it's redundant because nothing is really out. You cannot buy any gear except for bloody token gears. And again, like right now, it feels like pre-season pretty much. But the Brawl will give you insane amount of conquest because you will have a Brawl quest, which if you win, you get 150 conquests, I think, something like that. And you have 2 other quests every single week. So you have a quest where you do win 1 Brawl, and you get 1 Battleground Blitz, and you will get a reward, so honor and also conquest, plus also the amount of conquest you will win for a first win. I think my first win was 150 conquest, if I'm not mistaken, but it might be 100 conquest, and on a close loss. So if you are like losing with 100 points difference on a Arati Basin, for example, you will get 32 conquest, which is better than no conquest, which is something you would get on social if you're losing, or in random battlegrounds and so forth. So it is the best way to grind conquest. And in my eyes, I think grinding conquest is better on unrated modes, because effectively, if you're doing ranked, you want to be at your peak, and your peak would be, for example, the amount of conquest you could farm on a week. So you can actually buy a piece if you want to, or save it for next week. Normally it should be like that, but often not. People are just jumping in rated with full honor gear, for example, without like spending any conquest or farming any conquest, and then they get stomped by people that did farm before them, and then they use an excuse of, you have higher eye level than me. That should not happen, and that's why I think this current Brawl form, which is SoloQ Rbg, is the best way to grind. But it is also the best way to prepare for the real thing. The real thing will come out in 10.2.5 or in 10.3, or worst case scenario, it would be next expansion. I hope they do not do that, because it would be 1 year, and 1 year could kill the hype. In general, it will be like that. So I do hope they come out with 10.2.5 with, let's say, a ranked game mode with a soft like MMR system, and the next season they will come out with a fully fledged ranked game mode, which is still a beta, because I think the real thing, the real thing, so the same for Soul Shuffle, will be for the next expansion with a MMR remake or rework or whatever they are going to prepare to have a better MMR system, ladder system. So to keep it again concise, I want to reiterate, Battleground Blitz is SoloQ Rbg. Yes, it is unrated. Yes, it's a bit silly that it's called SoloQ Rbg by me, although it's still unrated. But I do feel like it's the only name I want to use. I don't want to put on my videos that it is Battleground Blitz, because I feel like nobody is going to use that name in the future. Everyone is going to say SoloQ Rbg or BGB. Some people call it on the forums like that, which I think it's not the best name. I think SoloQ Rbg is the best one, and it is a very fast queue system in my eyes. If I'm clicking join battle as Brawl Battleground Blitz, it does put me on a 3-minute average wait time if you do see it on my screen, and it can pop anytime. Random Battleground, for example, is 7 minutes on my French realms. Again, French realms, it's probably better on English realms, but the good thing is about Brawl Battleground Blitz, it is the best way to grind, I would say, and it's also very fun to play on modified maps, and those maps play way faster and it's way more fun in my opinion. So I do feel like currently it is Random Battlegrounds does get replaced by Brawl Battleground Blitz, but that's pretty much it. I know that some people will still have questions. If you have questions, please do state it in the comments. I will try to respond it. If I feel like a bit annoyed, you may feel it, but I will try to not be annoyed by the same questions, because I feel like sometimes you can just scroll down and you will see the same comment with the same reply. But I will try my best to actually reply to you guys with the best possible answer. But I feel like you should keep in mind that although it is unrated, you do not need to discard that game mode. You have to play it so you have feedback for Blizzard or for yourself. Like, do you want to have a SoloQ Rbg game mode in the future? And don't think too much about teammates. Right now, it is really soft MMR. It will not get you with 2k players pretty much, like every single time if you're a 2k player, because it is not going to have like a hard MMR system right now. It will have in the future. If you are like playing with a spec that is highly popular, I'm saying DH, I'm saying rogues currently, you will have longer queue times. I think that is my theory. For example, you see the queue time popped at 1 minute 46 seconds. This is a proof inside of my video. Now I'm going to stop the video once the queue is popped because I want to play. I'm going to show you more gameplay. I'm going to show you more strats. I'm going to make a tier list about, like, for example, duo queues or whatever, like someone suggested, which is a good, really good idea, by the way. If you have anything you want to suggest video-wise, please comment below so I can actually respond to it, maybe make a video in the future. Unfortunately, someone declined. It is what it is. It is 16 people, so not always you will have 16 people actually accept the queue, but the queue times are luckily not that slow. And hopefully, look at this, it pops directly. It's not like Soul Shuffle where someone declines and it is over for you. 15 out of 16, so we are currently in a BG. So I'm going to leave it at that. We have a great BG with Arati Basin. Yeah, next video will probably be a arms PvP guide. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I would have liked to show with honor gear, but it is just what it is at this point. They didn't release honor gear with the start of the patch, but it will probably be out next week. If it's out way before, I will for sure make a video about it and have a video about how you can actually grind gear very fast right now. But anyways, have a great day. Be sure to stay safe and be sure to test the game mode. It is very fun, very high pace. To be honest, I'm having a blast with any spec. I also did a lot of Disc Priest content. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but it's very fun and very engaging. I really like to heal. I really like to DPS on this Battleground Blitz because I feel powerful, which is not always the case in Soul Shuffle because, again, you can have very bad lobbies. And you feel like Battleground Blitz doesn't really have that many bad lobbies. But that's my take. Again, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.